like middle school, if you didn't have a quorum, we could all go home.
Yeah. Hello.
Will the Senate please come to order? In lieu of a devotional, we will take a moment of silence. Thank you. Are there any announcements? We have Senate bills for introduction. S67, an act relating to increasing the state minimum wage based on the livable wage, introduced by Senator Clarkson and others. Please listen to the first reading.
S67, an act relating to increasing the state minimum wage based on the livable wage.
Now you've heard the first reading, and the bill is referred to economic development. S68, an act relating to the Affordable Heat Act, introduced by Senator Williams. Please listen to the first reading.
S68, an act relating to repealing the Affordable Heat Act.
Now you've heard the first reading of the bill, and it is referred to the Committee on Natural Resources and Energy. S69, an act relating to age-appropriate design code, introduced by Senator Harrison and others. Please listen to the first reading.
S69, an act relating to an age-appropriate design code.
Now you've heard the first reading of the bill, and it is referred to the Committee on Institutions. We now have a House bill for reference. H118, an act relating to expanding the scope of hate-motivated crimes, passed on February 7th of 2025. Please listen to the first reading.
H118, an act relating to expanding the scope of hate-motivated crimes.
Now you've heard the reading of the bill, and it is referred to the Committee on Judiciary. Senator from Chittenden.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senators who were here the last biennium might remember this process, but as part of the normal committee on committee work, staffing various boards and committees, we have, that is Committee on Committees, has come forward with some names for the Judicial Nominating Board. There is a special process for judicial nominating, different from all the others that we take up. So we're not able to just have the president announce from the podium. We need to elect those people from the floor, but the nominees are the people that the Committee on Committees has decided to bring forward. So I will be moving those names into nomination, and then we will go through a script. But the key thing to remember is that the Committee on Committees has decided on these names, but it is dependent on a vote of the full body. So with that said, thank you, Mr. President. The Committee on Committees has met with various senators with regard to positions on the Judicial Nominating Board, and as a result of those conversations, places the name of the following senators in nomination to serve on this board for the ensuing 2 years. Senator Major of Windsor District as a member from the Majority Party, Senator Norris of Franklin District as the member from the Minority Party, Senator Hashim of Windham District as the third member of the board.
Now, the senator from Chittenden Central has placed the names of Senator Major of Windsor County, of Windsor District, as the member from the Majority Party, Senator Norris of Franklin District as the member from the Minority Party, Senator Hashim from Windham District as the third member of the board in nomination as members of the Judicial Nominating Board. Is there a second?
Mr. President, I second these nominations.
Are there any further nominations? Seeing none, the chair declares the nominations are closed and will entertain a motion that the secretary cast one ballot for these nominees.
I so move, Mr. President.
The secretary has moved that the clerk cast one ballot. Let's see. I move the nominations be closed and that the secretary cast one ballot for these three nominees. Senator Major of Windsor District as the member of the majority party. Senator Norris of Franklin District as the member of the minority party. Senator Hashim of Wyndham District as the third member of the board. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and you have elected these three senators as members of the Judicial Nominating Board for the 2 years next ensuing, ending January 31st of 2027. We have some more committee announcements. Governor's Snowmobile Council, Senator Brennan. Legislative Committee on Judicial Rules, Senator Brock, Senator Clarkson, Senator Hashim, Senator Vihovsky. Agricultural Fairs and Field Days Capital Program Advisory, Senator Norris. Legislative Advisory Committee on the State House, Senator Hardy, Senator Harrison, Senator Clarkson. Cannabis Control Board Nominating Committee, Senator Ram Hinsdale, Senator Vihovsky. Senator from Chittenden Central.
Thank you, Mr. President. Pending further announcements, I would move that the Senate stand in adjournment until 11:30 a.m. Friday, Valentine's Day, February 14th.
Are there any announcements? Senator from Washington.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Finance will meet at 1.
Senator from Washington.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Senate Appropriations Committee has a joint hearing with the House Appropriations Committee. It's a public hearing, and that starts at 1:45 in room 11.
Senator from Rutland.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Senate Government Operations will meet at 1:35.
Are there any other? Senator from Bennington.
Mr. President, the Education Committee will meet at 1:30.
Senator from Wyndham.
Mr. President, the Institutions Committee will meet at 1:30.
Are there any further announcements? Seeing none, the senator from Chittenden Central has moved that the Senate stand in adjournment until 11:30 a.m. Friday, February 14th. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and we'll stand in adjournment until 11:30 a.m. Friday, February 14th.